Hey there again, film buffs. What's up? It's Straight Shooter coming at you from Team Sound Studios again, as always. And today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a treat. It's a Red Band review. It will have spoilers, and it's of the Netflix original I Care a Lot. Not to be confused with We Care a Lot by Faith No More. So, I said it was a treat because it was a movie that I kind of saw that was on Netflix. I didn't hear about it other than the fact that I, was on Netflix browsing and saw it there, saw who was in the movie, and I was like, what's this? But I decided to give it a shot, and I was pleasantly surprised. The movie stars Rosamund Pike, Peter Dinklage, Diane West, and we all know Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones. Maybe you know him from Infinity War, Pixels. He's just been in a lot of good stuff. He's been in a lot of stuff. Whether what he was in was good or not, he was always good. Rosamund Pike, she's probably most famous for playing Ben Affleck's wife in Gone Girl. The first thing I remember seeing her in is the Doom movie. I know it's not fondly remembered, but I do remember her from that movie. Diane West, who, she's from the 80s. Oh, I know a movie that I have that she's in, Lost Boys. She was the mother. The plot of the movie is Rosamund Pike is this con artist. She works for this firm that basically gets conservatorships for people that are older, single, don't have any family in their life, and they need someone to take care of them. So the firm puts them in like a home and takes over their assets, and what she does is she, holds an auction for their assets and sells them off and gets the money, steals whatever's in the house or whatever. So Diane West is one of her victims, and come to find out that she's the mother of Peter Dinklage's character, who is a mob boss. Their paths cross, and he kidnaps her, Rosamund Pike that is, and says, I don't like you. You're playing this game. You picked the wrong person to fuck over, and I'm gonna kill you now. And he leaves, assuming that his crew does what they have to do, and they do. They put her in a car. They put something to the gas pedal, and it goes in the water. But she actually ends up surviving, and she comes back and says, you're not going to stop me, so let's just make some sort of deal. And, I'll agree to leave your mother alone. You agree to leave me alone if I release your mother from the conservatorship, and you can have her back and all this stuff. And he thinks about it and ends up saying, you know what? I'm impressed by this game that you have. Maybe we could partner up. And he employs her, and she goes on doing what she does, and she's hailed as the hero that helps these old people in their time of need, gives them something in their life, but she's conning them. And the ending was really good because she comes out of this interview talking about like what she does, or what she presents is what she does. And there was a guy in the beginning of the movie, she fucks over his family member, and he's like, how can you live with yourself? And she just like kind of blows him off like, whatever, dude. And coming out of the interview, the guy has a gun and he shoots her, and she dies. And I think it's fitting because, like, you thought the movie was going to go in a place where, like, she would be working for the mob boss, and she would keep going on doing what she's doing for however long the rest of her life is. But, it's cut short because, you can't really live an evil life and expect not to have repercussions. and she got what was coming to her. And I'm glad that that happened, because it would have been a really bad message if, everyone just kept on doing what they were doing. I really like the performances. Peter Dinklage is always awesome, as I've said. Rosamund Pike is perfect at playing the kind of person that, on the surface, what everyone sees is that she's, she has a good heart, she helps people and stuff like that, but underneath, she's cold-hearted, she's evil, she's non-caring, emotionless. She does it really well. Just like in Gone Girl, like she plays, the author that everyone looks up to, and then behind the scenes she's a crazy fucking batshit, woman. And Diane West even, she still has her chops. There was this line in the movie, Rosamund Pike asks her, like, who are you? Because she realizes that there's more to the woman's situation that she's seeing, because of how important she is. And Diane West says to her, I'm the worst mistake you ever made. And that was really cool, because that was a lot unlike Diane West after you've seen her before, because she was always wholesome, friendly, like, bright and sunny and stuff. But, you could tell that, she knew how important her son was, and no one's going to fuck with my family. So the movie was a very nice surprise. I went into it not knowing what I would expect, but figured, hey, it's got Peter Dinklage in it, it's got other actors that I know and like. Fuck it, let's give it a chance. And it was well worth it. I give the movie an A. Not much else I can say about it. I definitely recommend it. And whew, that's 4. I have one more to do, coming at you in a bit. We got